By day, she's a senior college student on the verge of graduation. By night, she's a popular live streamer with millions of followers. Rushing to make her stream, she hastily hailed a ride on the street.
你是不是搞错了？我不是在说司机。
是去 K11的吧？那没错，开门，我赶时间。
That's when she received a call from the ride-hailing driver, who apologized profusely. His car had broken down and he asked her to book another. But it was peak ride-hailing hours, and no other cars were available. Left with no choice, she ran back to the driver's car. This time, her tone softened drastically, a stark contrast to her earlier urgency. She explained she was truly in a hurry and begged him to give her a lift. Reluctantly, Mr. Gu, the man in the car, agreed. On the way, Hao Liang suddenly realized they were taking the wrong route.
你开错路了吧？
Mr. Gu paid no heed and even turned off the navigation entirely. Panicked, Hao Liang thought she'd encountered a bad guy and fumbled for her phone to call the police. But the man swerved sharply, sending her phone flying across the car. Little did she know, this man was Mr. Gu, the heir to Gu Group. He was rushing to judge a live streamer talent competition and had taken a shortcut to save time. As the competition's voting deadline approached, Mr. Gu still couldn't make a decision. Plagued by face blindness, he struggled to tell the similarly looking streamers apart on screen until he saw footage of streamer A Dai and the unique necklace around her neck. The necklace jogged his memory. It was the same one worn by the girl who'd begged for a ride earlier. They'd nearly collided when she got in the car, and he'd reached out to steady her. Curious, Mr. Gu clicked on a Dai's profile to learn more. Just as he was about to lock in his vote, an emergency call came in, forcing him to leave in a hurry. Noticing his screen was still on a Dai's page, the staff assumed she was his choice and cast the vote on his behalf. Against all odds, a Dai, who'd been trailing in the rankings, pulled off an upset victory and claimed the competition's championship. Thrilled with her win, a Dai chatted with colleagues about the mysterious judge in the pantry. Across the street, a handsome man caught their eye, and the other streamers stared at him in admiration. Hao Liang recognized him instantly. It was the man who'd given her a ride. He was the company's heir. The streamers swarmed him, vying for his contact information, but Mr. Gu declined coldly. Hao Liang decided to take a chance, approaching him with an excuse. She still hadn't paid for the ride earlier. To her surprise, Mr. Gu agreed to give her his contact. Back home, Hao Liang excitedly bragged to her aunt about meeting an important person that day.
我好像喜欢上他。你一个女主播不应该这么没有见识啊！这年头，长得帅的男人不都遍地都是？
不，他不一样，他很绅士，而且坐怀不乱。
一个男人帅气多金、绅士有礼，且对女人坐怀不乱，小心啊！他跟你一样是恋爱小白。
才不是呢，我觉得都有意思。
What she didn't know was that Mr. Gu was a total logic-driven engineering guy. He only believed in data and facts. His subordinate had warned him beforehand about the unpredictable nature of human connections. Determined to prove his prediction right, Mr. Gu first liked a post on a Dai's social media. Soon after, the two exchanged occasional messages. During their chats, a Dai confided that she was actually a senior college student. She loved singing but faced opposition from her mother, so she wore heavy makeup to hide her true appearance and worked as a part-time streamer to fulfill her singing dream. The next morning, a Dai hesitated for ages over her phone. Should she send Mr. Gu Jolie a good morning message? Before she could decide, her aunt snatched the phone and hit send. But her excitement turned to shock when a red exclamation mark popped up on the screen. She'd been unfriended.
为什么删了我？
She thought their connection was mutual, but it turned out to be one-sided. Mr. Gu had unfriended her solely to prove his prediction to his subordinate.
他的每一个步骤都在我的预测之内，所以我的预测没有发生。
顾总啊，搞了半天你就是为了向我证明你的逻辑推论没错。
是的。
The subordinate, left speechless by his boss's rigidity, silently sighed for a Dai. Heartbroken, a Dai couldn't bring herself to add Mr. Gu back. She buried her disappointment deep in her heart. By coincidence, Mr. Gu's new company was hiring. Hoping to get closer to her crush, Hao Liang showed up for an interview early the next day. As soon as she arrived, she heard someone announce that Mr. Gu's delivery had arrived. Mr. Gu stepped out of his office, and to her astonishment, he took the milk tea from her hand and said thank you. He'd mistaken her for the delivery person.
不对啊，我点的是全糖，这是3分糖。
对不起。
Flustered, Hao Liang forced an apology and played along with the misunderstanding. But just then, the real delivery person arrived, exposing the truth. Embarrassed, Hao Liang tried to slip away, but the employees swarmed her, demanding to know who she really was.